Free night certificates are among the most popular perks offered by hotel credit cards and loyalty programs, promising a complimentary stay at a hotel just for holding a card or hitting a milestone. However, in plain English, these certificates are not simple blank checks that you can use at any property in the world. Instead, they come with a complex set of rules, including points caps, expiration dates, and availability constraints that can make them challenging to redeem. Many travelers find themselves holding certificates that are close to expiring because they waited for the perfect luxury stay, only to find no eligible rooms available. To get real value from these vouchers, you need to understand their limitations, how they differ between hotel chains, and how to strategically integrate them into your travel planning. This guide explains how free night certificates work, how to maximize their value, and how to avoid letting them expire unused. To use free night certificates effectively, you must understand how hotel chains restrict their use. Unlike points, which can be accumulated indefinitely and used for any standard room, certificates are restricted by a maximum points value or a hotel category. For instance, World of Hyatt issues Category 1 through 4 certificates, which can only be redeemed at hotels classified within those specific categories. Marriott Bonvoy issues certificates with specific points values, such as 35,000, 50,000, or 85,000 points. If the room you want to book costs even slightly more than the certificate's designated value, you cannot use the certificate alone to book it. Additionally, all certificates have a strict expiration date, typically 12 months from the date of issue. Once a certificate expires, hotel programs are generally unwilling to extend them, meaning you lose the benefit entirely. Standard award availability rules also apply to certificates. If a hotel does not have standard award rooms available for points bookings, you cannot use a certificate, even if the cash rate for the room is low and the hotel has empty rooms. Therefore, you cannot assume a certificate will work for any booking, even at an eligible hotel. You must search for standard award space before planning your stay around a certificate. Understanding these basic parameters is the first step towards successfully redeeming these rewards before they expire. It is also important to note that certificates are tied to the account of the member who earned them. While some programs allow you to book a room for someone else using points, you generally cannot transfer a free night certificate to another person's account or book a stay in their name unless you're a check-in guest as well. One of the most significant recent updates to free night certificates is the introduction of certificate top-offs. In the past, if you had a Marriott 35,000 point certificate and the room cost 36,000 points, the certificate was useless for that booking. Today, both Marriott Bonvoy and IHG One Rewards allow members to supplement their certificates with points from their accounts. Marriott allows you to add up to 15,000 points to any certificate, meaning a 35,000 point certificate can be used to book a room costing up to 50,000 points. IHG One Rewards allows select cardholders to add an unlimited number of points to top off their certificates, offering maximum flexibility. This top-off capability makes certificates much easier to use, as you're no longer locked out of properties that sit just above your certificate's face value. In contrast, World of Hyatt does not allow certificate topping off. A Hyatt Category 1 through 4 certificate can only be used at Category 1 through 4 hotels, with no option to add points to book a Category 5 property. To maximize the value of your certificates, you should aim to redeem them at properties where the cash rate is high compared to the credit card's annual fee that generated the certificate. For example, if you pay a $95 annual fee for a card that yields a Marriott 35,000 point certificate, using that certificate for a room that would otherwise cost $250 in cash represents a solid return. However, do not let the search for the absolute highest value prevent you from using the certificate. It is always better to redeem a certificate for a modest $150 stay than to let it expire because you were holding out for a $300 stay that never materialized. To avoid the common pitfall of letting certificates go to waste, you should adopt a proactive redemption strategy. First, treat your certificates as currency with an expiration date, and prioritize spending them before you touch your points balance. Since points do not expire as long as you have activity in your account, they're a much safer long-term holding. When planning a trip, check your account for certificates first and see if they can cover any of the nights. Second, do not wait until the last few months of the certificate's validity to search for a stay. Award availability is dynamic, and popular hotels book up months in advance, especially during holiday weekends or peak seasons. If you wait until the last minute, you may find that no eligible hotels in your area have standard award rooms available, forcing you to use the certificate at a low-value property nearby or let it expire. Third, consider using certificates for road trips, airport stays, or weekend staycations. These shorter, local trips are excellent opportunities to burn certificates that might otherwise go unused. In conclusion, free night certificates are a valuable tool if you understand their points caps, track their expiration dates, and use features like Marriott's top-off option. By planning ahead and prioritizing certificates over points, you can offset a significant portion of your travel expenses without getting caught by program restrictions. Remember that you can also combine certificates and points for multi-night stays. You can book the first night with a certificate and subsequent nights with points, all under separate bookings that the hotel can merge at check-in, so you do not have to change rooms during your stay. To ensure you have a complete understanding, it is also helpful to look at how these concepts apply in everyday scenarios. Many professionals recommend documenting every step of the process, keeping organized records, and checking for updates to regional regulations at least once a year. By staying proactive and monitoring these changes, you can adapt your approach, avoid common pitfalls, and make more informed decisions that align with your long-term objectives and protect your household budget from unexpected expenses. Points Passport explains travel points, airline miles, hotel rewards, and card benefits for people who want to travel smarter without getting lost in loyalty program fine print. The channel compares strategies, explains common mistakes, and shows how point systems work in plain English without pushing viewers to spend more or apply for a specific product. This video is general travel rewards education, not financial advice or a credit card recommendation. Program rules, fees, eligibility, benefits, award prices, and transfer ratios can change, so verify details with the official provider before making decisions.